We are live and recording.
All right. Good afternoon. This is Tuesday, October the 25th. This is the single justice session of the appeals court, and I'm going to call the case, which is 22J594 Rayan Toby versus Victor Lawrence. We gave the parties email notice of this hearing. Mr. Toby obviously received it because he's here. Mr. Lawrence has not shown up, but I'm going to proceed without him anyway. There's just one question that's here before me today. This is, Mr. Toby, this is your appeal under General Laws, Chapter 212, Section 3A. And the reason for the appeal is that you filed a case in the Superior Court, but it was dismissed because the Superior Court judge found that you could not reasonably hope to get damages of more than $50,000. So the only question before me is whether you have a claim for $50,000 or more. And if you do, then you can proceed in the Superior Court. If you don't, then you have to proceed in the Boston Municipal Court. So tell me how you get to over $50,000.
Well, basically it was I filed a lawsuit because based off of the laws that apply my statements, that's why I filed a lawsuit for that amount. But due to the reason why I dismissed, it come to my attention that the case could only be like $50,000 I could get out of the damages, or if you would not allow the case for the claim that I claim in the case. So basically, I'm just here to hear what's the decision on the claim.
I'm going to issue this decision in writing after this hearing. So I'm going to take it under advisement after the hearing. But so tell me, I see the allegation is something that like $44.95 disappeared from your account.
Well, actually, it was roughly like $800-900 was missing. So when I contact the bank, they sent me a statement showing that $44.95 was stolen from Victor Lawrence company, which is Lexington Law Firm. So I went to court. They told me file a police report and come back, and then you could file a lawsuit. So I did that. I filed a police report, came back to the court, and I didn't prepare the case that well because I don't have an attorney representing me. So the case was dismissed like a couple of times. I didn't bring the case like how it's supposed to be towards the court. So they dismissed a couple of times. So I then refiled the case in the Superior Court. So I actually state like what it is, the claims, the statement and facts. And they dismiss it. They're saying that I could only receive like around $50,000. So the judge from the Norfolk County reached out to me and he explained to me the cases. He said, why don't you get a lawyer? Because I went to file the case in the Norfolk, but they said the case is already appealed. So I said, I received an email saying the case dismissed. So he said, no, the case is still open. And I should get a lawyer to like help me towards the case because it's little much I know about the law and stuff like that. So he's saying the case was dismissed because they're saying you could receive up to $50,000 or something like that. So I told him I didn't know that what the decision was. I thought they dismissed the case and they dismissed it. So he said no. So he said he's gonna call the appeals court and tell them about the situation. And he also asked me if I could have a lawyer represent me. So when I filed the case, they told me I have a right to like have attorneys represent me. They gave me a sheet of paper with the numbers, contacted, but I didn't get in touch with no lawyers at the time.
Okay, so the thing is that you can bring a lawsuit in. You brought this lawsuit in the Superior Court, and for a lawsuit in the Superior Court for money, you have to have a reasonable expectation of recovering over $50,000. If you don't have a reasonable expectation of recovering over $50,000, then you bring the case. You can still bring the case, but you have to bring it in the district court, or if it's in Boston, in the Boston Municipal Court. So that's why this case got dismissed. And And that's so it's not saying, I mean, it sounds like there are other issues with the case, but that's not this issue right now. The only issue here is, do you belong in Superior Court or in the district court, which is the same thing as the Boston Municipal Court. So, I mean, I'm hearing you've got, you've got a $900 claim, but you don't have anywhere near a $50,000 claim.
Right.
Yeah. So what the likely result here is that I'm gonna affirm what the Superior Court judge said. The case doesn't belong in the Superior Court, but she said it's without prejudice. So you can bring it into the Boston Municipal Court, and there are other defenses that might be raised then, but it won't have anything to do with the amount at that point.
Right, because it does have some chapters by the law that it says if someone, because it was a government deposit that they stole out of my account, so that it has government laws for like people that see. That's why I listed in the statement of facts. So under all them provision and title, that's why I bring the lawsuit underneath those provision laws.
Yeah. There's if it's a crime is committed, and the person is found guilty of a crime, they could be fined up to what was $1 million. Is that what I think it was? Yeah, but that would be have to be brought by the U.S. government, not by you.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I mean, do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else you'd like to tell me?
So basically, the case, I want to hear a little bit more about the case. So what it is, the case gonna be like facing the district court, is gonna be in the appeals court, or your decision is gonna make that I could only receive like up to $50,000, something like that, because I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, no, so I mean, when you brought the case in the Superior Court, and the Superior Court judge dismissed it because you had no reasonable likelihood of getting $50,000, because the amounts that you had spoken were $44, $800, $900. But so you have a right to appeal that, which you did. That's why you're here right now. But in assuming that I agree with the judge that it's not that you're not alleging a claim that's worth $50,000, I will affirm the dismissal in the Superior Court. But that does not prevent you from going to the Boston Municipal Court to bring it, or to bring it. That's but there's, like I said, there's all these issues of service on the defendant and the statute of limitations. That is not that, and I can't tell you anything about that. That will be decided once you refile it in the Boston Municipal Court.
So to bring a lawsuit, does it really has to be dependent on the damages towards the money damages? I mean, like if they commit a crime, if it's bank fraud, larceny, transfer money, wireless, does it really have to be like because of the money that it still was like $44 and some cent? Does it specifically have to be off of that? You can't bring a lawsuit for that amount?
No,
I list the larceny laws and the laws that they violate. I list the laws. That's why I bring the lawsuit under those provisions. Yeah, no,
if you file a police report. If the police wanted to take action against the defendant, they could do that. And I'm not sure where they bring the case. But you're asking for, that you're saying you've been damaged and you want to get your money paid back, and so you have to bring it. But if you're not likely to get if you're not damaged to the tune of more than $50,000, that all it means is you have to go to the district court or the municipal court, not to the Superior Court.
Right. So I'm saying under the provision laws, right, that I bring the lawsuit under. So even though I bring the lawsuit under those provision laws, I will. Yeah, you can't
you can't bring the lawsuit under those laws. Only the government, only the Commonwealth, the United States, or the state of Massachusetts can bring those type of claims.
Right. Then I have other laws that I state, which is not a federal laws, which is the general laws that says for larcenies, theft, and all of that. I also
Right.
list that too.
That's it. I mean, I can't give you legal advice on what claims you can bring, but if it's under the criminal laws, you can't. That's the prosecutor, the DA has to bring that.
Right. So
You know,
it does have some criminal.
and you could go to the you can go to the police or go to the DA's office and ask and tell them about it and hope that they would take action. But you can't bring those claims. You can
Yeah, I
just
went to the police officers. They didn't do anything. I have the police report, and I have to go file the case myself in court because the police officers failed to bring the case to court.
I understand. Okay, well, I thank you for participating in the hearing, and I'll be issuing a written order on this soon, which will give you an indication of where to go next.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
With that, I'll court is in recess, and I'll take the case under advisement.